I am finally videotaping the good, the bad, and mostly the ugly. Now, I must admit, I have not taped for a very, very long time. Mostly out of embarrassment because everything is not looking at its best. I knew that other people have the same concern, so I'm laying it all out. I have lots and lots of growth, but something keeps eating all my melons. All of them. They're all just going bye-bye. I got a good watermelon, and obviously it's still growing. But look at this poor little white sage. I used some of the good leaves for when I made our Thanksgiving in July dinner. But so much is not looking good. A little bit of potential. That is a new melon. And let us pray that it will grow. Now underneath here I put in my pallet some onions to grow, but nothing came up. And these are majority sweet potatoes. I've already harvested a couple that peeked through. So, like, here's another one that's peeking through, but it's obviously, where is it? A baby. And I have basil. And you know what to do when the weather's junky? Take this basil and dehydrate it, or make pesto. Now it's starting to flower, which means there's a good chance some of it will taste very bitter. And here, some mushrooms that seem to always keep coming up. I used to worry about them until people were telling me that it basically means I have some really great soil. And some marigolds that are struggling, a couple onions, more basil, and here's some more purple basil. My last attempts at re-sowing more squash and melon seeds, and some attempt at last ditch corn. But I have these tomato plants that on their last leg, we're going to see if they make it, get vine ripened. Here's the melon plant. Now I was told that icicle radishes would help with deterring squash vine borers. Do I know that to be true? I don't know. We don't eat the icicle radishes, so I'm just letting them go. If your radishes get this big, they're gonna be really woody inside. And then here's a melon that fell. Here's a jalapeno. I've gotten plenty of those. Canned a bunch and they just keep coming. My loofah has started to grow. And honestly, I've been sick for a while and with my health stuff, and no one could really help me, so things got really overgrown. Like there's a big huge weed, like that's useful, next to my Chinese pink celery. A little bit of garlic that's got lost and redoing, some dill, more weeds, lots of weeds. But I'm not going to worry about that because this video is all about the ugly. Isis candy still showing up. And I have to be honest, I haven't even pruned lately. It's just been crazy around here. So I'm letting it go. I've already gotten bags and bags and bags and bags of tomatoes. I mean, literally like 25 plus gallon bags of tomatoes. So these are just the last that are standing. And they're coming. As well as the Isis ones. They're coming. Here are my girls. When it gets hot and muggy, they like to hang out outside, which is fine for them. But I have bad news. This hive is on its last leg. I really haven't seen much go on in it, and there's a population that's diminishing within it. There are no dead bodies inside, but it's pretty much a failed hive. And here is my red okra. Slowly but surely. Here's a good one. Just so you know, for all the newbies, that one will grow significantly in a day. It's not big enough for me to pick at this point, but it will grow. My cucumber plant that's on its last leg. And I have to be honest with this one as well. This part of the garden I call the bee garden. It's pretty much been neglected. Like, these are beans, but I've kind of left them as sacrificial beans. And I have a pepper plant that's growing very tall, but only produced so much pepper. And then some chard, which is quite yummy. Cook it down with garlic, onions, throw some eggs. Some people like doing like a sunny side up egg, but that's not me. Now it rains, so all of this is kind of heaping over. But these are some of my carrots that I planted, but they are nowhere near done. I mean, look at that. That's puny. Puny little carrot. Oh, there we go. See? Puny little carrot. So we're letting those go. And then I have the beginnings of Brussels sprouts. Teeny tiny. But I'm going to see what happens with all that. Okay. My last little cabbage. Bit of a reach. I will cut off all that is bad. And here we go. There's some damage, but it is still very usable once I get rid of the damage. Sunflowers went the way of the dodo. More loofah. Loofah doesn't really do much until it catches its stride. I've learned that pretty much I'm going to wait until the end of July for it to start vining of any significance. And then it could possibly go crazy. That's where I got my 60 plus loofah last year. There's another pepper. More peppers. Jalapenos. Here's a green pepper. Over there is another pepper. And again, I have some herbs, oregano, that I will be harvesting to make some dried herbs in my dehydrator. My favorite chicken. Darn HOA. Not allowed to have a real chicken, so this is as good as I'm going to get. And then onions and more onions. Succession planting of some carrots. These are the spoon tomatoes. Where are some decent ones? Those are Romas. I don't know if I have too many spoon tomatoes popping up anymore. Because while I was sick, all of those ones burst open and got beyond what I prefer. And like I said, this is the ugly. I have not done any pruning. It's South Carolina, so we have a lot of this going on with everything. and things are just getting eaten up. Here's my other pepper. And back where we started. That is my tour for today. We're going to end on my little bugabee. It's a little bug. It has solar lights that are hooked to it so that it will shine at night. And it's a bee because I have bees. My amazing, awesome neighbor Shannon saw it and picked it up for me. I'll show you what it looks like all lit up right after this.